righteousness and ego. More of this time, we are not going to talk about kings and battles. We are going to reflect on the queens who were behind these legendary men. So they are not usually spoken too much about what they did in the stories, but this time we are going to do that. So we are talking about two queens. The first, Mandodari, the queen of Lanka, who was a voice of reason in the courtroom of Lanka. She was less heard though, but she, more importantly, is an architect of healing after the war. So she did a lot of work to make sure people are happy after the war. Second woman we are talking about is Sita, who has been through a lot of hardships. She had to go to exile twice because of societal judgments and all. But while she was mother, she was in exile, and then she basically rose or taken care of two kids by herself in exile. So this is a fictional work, not coming out of scriptures, not coming out of any book, but at least in this we will find some nuggets or some timeless lesson for her to take back from perspective of woman empowerment. So without further delay, let me welcome Sita.
Judgments from a faceless society turned me to exile. Agni Pariksha, the trial by fire to prove myself not guilty, scorched my body for a moment, but the fire of their doubts kept burning in my heart for years. But I emerged clear of doubts, clear of dependence, and clear that truth needs no witnesses. When the world sent me to exile again this time, not as a queen, but as a mother, I did not curse my fate. I built a kingdom with me and my sons, not of palaces or castles, but of virtues carved deep within our hearts. Love became my crown, patience my weapon, and silence my loudest roar. I have been mother, wife, queen, but above all, I have been myself now, and that itself is no small victory. If my story has to echo through time, let it be not of sorrow, but of Shakti, the purest form of feminine strength and resilience. It has been 20 years now. I think I may never forget, but I will forgive society.
So now both of them are meeting at the Pondicherry beach to have a heartfelt conversation.
Hey, there you go, girl. What a cool idea to meet at the Pondicherry beach. The moment I saw the pigeon post, I thought we should just do it. I knew, Mandodari, that you would show up. By the way, how was your travel in your private pushpak?
Not bad at all. It took me roughly an hour to get here from Lanka.
Wow, that's a bit of luxury, huh?
Whatever. Finally, no golden palace, no courtrooms, no misters and ministers.
No societal judgments and no Agni Parikshas.
Yes. This is incredibly relaxing. I think we should get some coconut water.
Yeah, sure.
Anna, 2 coconut water pudding, please. You know, Sita, we both were married to men of epic reputation and carried the burden of being dutiful wives for our whole lives. But people remember me as a wife of a fallen lemon king rather than a strong woman who who built a kingdom ground up after a disastrous war.
Yes. And I'm revered more for my loyalty towards the marriage rather than my strength to build two beautiful and wonderful kids without any family support. Society celebrated my obedience more than my strengths. A lot of burden to carry.
I know. Well, if given a chance to change one thing in our story, what would be that for you?
Nothing. Actually, nothing.
What? I can't believe this.
What would be for you?
Well, for me, at least I would have gotten a good therapist for my husband before all this got messed up.
You need therapy for 10 heads?
Poor therapist.
Well, I don't think we could change anything in the past, and neither can we rewrite anything. And what we do now will definitely shape the future. And I really think and hope that the future will be a much better place. And women will be celebrated more for who they are than what is expected from the society.
Too much hope, Sita. But anyways, cheers to the women who lit the lamps during steep darknesses.
And to those who take some time off for themselves out of the chaos and the chores. You should definitely do something around Lanka Beach next time.
Of
right?
course, we'll be happy to host you. I tried everything in my power to stop the war. I reasoned, I pleaded, but my words couldn't pierce through the armor of ego of my man. When the peace efforts failed, I remarried for the sake of the society, for the sake of people of Lanka. I had to bring stability to the kingdom that's shattered by war. It is strange how history remembers the roles of a man but forgets the calm of a woman who held it all together. We were never weak. We were just written small in bigger stories. You know, there will be time when things improve and we are just hoping for it. So, Sita walked through fire and I walked through ashes, yet both of us rose with dignity. Teach your daughters to be heard, not just loud. Teach your sons that strength is compassion, not conquest. Someday they'll tell our stories differently, not as women who stood behind great men, but as the ones who defined greatness. For when a woman rises, she rises the horizon with her.
All right, that was wonderful. So just wanted to say that one of our performers were not doing well today morning, but she held it so well that you don't even feel that she is so much down with the health. So one applause for that. That's correct, right? And overall, after 3,000 years, we are still trying to figure out as a society together how to recognize a woman as what they are and instead of expectation from the society. So let me welcome the at last, Neha Paul, our Sita, Brinda Bala Subramanian, our Mandodari, and our favorite character, the coconut seller, Shamir Ahmed. And myself, Harshil. Thank you so much.